Hello everyone, this is Wildblade from Creative Media Vault in Tokyo, Japan. And today I'm not going to be doing much on the game development side because I've only got a few, I'm pretty busy today. It's Friday here in Tokyo. So I have some online business meetings and stuff that I'll need to attend. So I'm not really going to do too much on the continuing with the game development that I was working on this past week. And I have a couple of ideas on how to kind of change the video format of that. So give me a little bit of time while I figure out, the best way to kind of show to do these game development videos. I'm probably going to switch it up a little bit to maybe where I go ahead and actually complete the game first and then just show you how I did it instead of trying to give you the authentic experience of like watching me kind of fumble around with the programming. And I think that'll make the videos a lot shorter and save a lot of time and give you more educational value. So I might just go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to be doing today before I have my Zoom video meetings is I'm going to be playing one of the old games that I created, well, about like 2 years old. One of the first long games that I've created in Unity called Quest of the Gummy Witch. So I'm not gonna play the whole game because I've just got like a demo of it set up. But what you're looking at right now is my Patreon page, which actually has, which I'll explain in a little bit. So I do hope that everyone is having is doing well and having a good time. The weather's turning pretty good here in Tokyo, pretty warm. So I'm not gonna waste too much time giving you a lot of explanation. I'm just gonna jump into the game. A little bit of background on this game, though, is that this game was created by me and my two children. So, it was summertime, like back in a few years ago, and my kids just wanted to play video games, like play Fortnite all day long. And I'm more of an educational value type of person. So I'm like, oh, hell no, you guys are going to do something, right? So, I decided to kind of make a video game with them as a summer project. And so what I did is I went through all of their old artwork from like elementary school and stuff like that, and like I brought out some of their old drawings. I'm like, okay, like pick some characters, some of the things that you've drawn, and we'll just kind of make a game out of this. So the artwork and the characters in this game were actually designed by my children, who were my oldest son was around like 11 years old at the time. So we used to have like business meetings and everything, and they'd be sitting there. We'd get like I get like cookies and stuff. We would sit around the table. Like, okay, so what character is this? What enemy is this? What is his power? What are his stats? What weapon does he carry? And my kids would like draw all of this and like have like professional business meetings. Yeah, Daddy, I think this character should be a bad guy, and he's going to carry this badass axe. So the artwork and weapons that you're seeing in this game were designed by my children. And then actually, I started kind of getting into it, so I just decided to create a story based on this game, right? So we'll play through this. It's not that long, but just to kind of give you an idea of what we were working on. My kids gave up on this like a long time ago. They're older and getting into teenage years now, so they don't want to hang out with daddy that much. Which is cool. But hold on, let me turn the volume down on this. Yeah, so they don't really want to hang out with daddy too much. But uh, I kind of have a lot of pride for this game because this one was actually like a family, I guess a family oriented game. Like one of the only games that I made on my with my kids. And also, they made like online store products using their characters, which were actually selling pretty good back in 2018. This is one of the cups from my online store, so you can check that out as well. All right, so this is Quest of the Gummy Witch. Let me make sure that I'm not and you can play this game for free on itch.io. So I'm just gonna jump in here and hit play. And this game is like, okay, it's funny, but it's so cute because of the character design. Whoa, not supposed to happen. Okay. So sometimes like on my M1 Mac, I notice that happens sometimes when I'm trying to play something. Let me restart this. Yeah, when I try to enlarge the screen, sometimes on my M1 Mac that happens. So it's not a Unity problem. It's like, or it might just be M1 and WebGL. Hmm. Okay, yeah, so let me restart this. Um, yeah. And the music I made myself as well. Alright, so. Right, so this intro screen, actually, most of the artwork that you're seeing on here was actually created on my iPad. So what I do is I have an iPad and I have an Apple Pencil. So I create a lot of stuff like when I'm riding the train or when I'm just out and about, you know, or when I'm in Starbucks, and I just do a lot of quick sketching. And then when I come home, I'll just dump it on my computer. And sometimes I'll throw it into like Adobe Animate. Sometimes I'll just use Procreate. Okay, so like it's first level and here. Alright, so this is a omnidirectional shooter game. That was designed by two kids, basically. So, alright, so the main character, her name is Giselle, and she is a member of the Gummy Academy. So, you know, this town deals with magic, and you'll notice everything kind of looks like candy, so we try to use like candy colors. But you'll notice that with her, there's a little bit of a problem with her town because it doesn't really have that much color. Everything's kind of gray or like lined out, right? So she's one of the top students at her academy, and one of her special abilities actually is that she has a multicast ability, which is very rare. I mean, she's one of the best students, but she's, you know, bad girl, right? So this is one of the weapons that I think my oldest son, yeah, my oldest son designed this one. This one is the wind sword. Right, so she just running around shooting these kind of candy-colored enemies, and she can pick. It's a really, really simple game, yo. So it's not like one of the. It gets more difficult later, but this is just kind of like a warm-up level for them. All right, and then like once you clear the enemy, you can kind of go here. And all of this programming and level design was done in Unity. Unity, I think I was using 17.4 at the time. Yeah. Now, what a lot of people actually like this game when they are playing around with it. But what a lot of people don't know is that actually this game is connected to my main Wildfire storyline. So that's something that I tend to do, is I tend to connect all of my, even my little silly game projects, I find a way to connect them to the book, which I'll show you later, the main Wildfire storyline. So, for the Wind Sword, the weapon that she's using right now, it has low damage ability, but you know, it's the farthest reaching weapon and the fastest. Alright, so let's see, these little guys around here are a problem, so she's kind of always got to run away from them. So now I've just switched weapon, and this is the Lightning Spear. This weapon was designed by my youngest son, who I think was like, what, 7 or 8 at the time. So my youngest son, he likes like really strong weapons. Yeah, so this is actually, right now, like, depending on the level that you're playing, it's the strongest weapon in the game. Alright, so yeah. So you kind of have to be smart about which weapons you select in this game. Yeah, so let's see. I've got to kill about like 35 enemies here before this timer runs out. And it's simple because I did want my kids friends to be able to play this you know, online, so I didn't want to create anything that's like too advanced to where their, you know, friends wouldn't be able to play it. So I think anybody can kind of play this game. The movement is done with the keyboard, and the shooting is with the left mouse click. So if you'll notice, crap, hold on, let me get a weapon to kill these guys. So I'm gonna run over here and grab this. And to be honest, this is like the cheat weapon of the first couple levels. This is the Fire Dragon, which was also created by my youngest son. So right now, this is kind of like the little secret weapon that you want to get. Holy shit, I'm almost dead. Yeah. Alright, so I gotta kill like one more enemy before I can bounce out of here. Alright, so portal open. Yeah, let's get out of here. With 3 seconds left. Alright. So, yeah, like, the Fire Dragon is like, keep that one in mind for these first couple levels. Alright, so for this level, if you notice, we've got like, you know, a little bit of, we got a shadow, and it's one of the masked levels, so you do have enemies that you're not going to be able to see, that are going to be attacking you all the time. So right now she doesn't have any melee attack ability, so I'm just going to run up in here and grab the Fire Dragon, and yeah, grab the Fire Dragon and go ahead and lay these guys out. So if you'll notice, like, I'm being kind of shot at by something. so there's something that's kind of like targeting me, but I can't really see it. So that's where this like projectile weapon is coming from here. So you do have to kind of explore, look around, and see, like what is this thing that's kind of shooting at me. And I like this dynamic in the game, so I'm probably gonna add it to most of them. Alright, so something's trying to snipe me from a distance, and I don't know what it is, so I'm just gonna watch these couple wires down here. Ah, there he is. So I've got like these spiders. Yeah. Yeah, see these spiders? These guys are like running on and off the screen, just taking pot shots at me whenever they can, like try to put me on a milk carton. So, so I like to have like little mystery levels, like where you don't know what's happening, and you can't really do anything like until, you know, these spiders are dead. Alright, anybody else? Yeah, okay, there's this guy again. Yeah, so if you'll notice, you can barely see these shadow monsters coming at you. And, damn, I just died. Alright, so, yeah, so that adds a little bit more of an exciting game play dynamic to this, because you're like, you never know what's coming for you. Now, I did give the player a little bit of warning, you know, when it comes to projectiles, just because I don't want him to be like hanging out here and getting shot by shit that he can't see. But yeah. So I do have the online version of the game is like the nice version, because I want people to be able to play it and kind of enjoy it. But I did have like some really crazy levels that you would not freaking survive in this before. All right, that's spider number one. I missed his cousin though. So, you know, this is not really such a, you know, strategic game. So, I mean, basically, you can just like run around here, and for the first couple levels, you can just kind of run around here and hold down the hold down the left mouse click, and just really just play most of the game that way. Shit. Until these guys show up. Strategy comes into this game later. So this game also does have a storyline. So a storyline of its own that's well, not really even a spin-off of the main Wildfire storyline, but you'll find that you won't find out the connection of this game and the connection between this game and the main Wildfire storyline until the actual end of the game. Alright, let me kill all these guys off. This is a summoner, so he's our necromancer guy. And the necromancer, he was created by my oldest son. So it's kind of like very fun and interesting to develop games or make creative projects with your kids, right? One, when it comes to creativity, a lot of times they're much better than you are. But two, like, especially if you have like two kids, I've got like both my sons are like really cool, but they both have completely different personalities, right? So, you know, while my youngest son, I think he's more like me. He's more into like he's more creative, more into like powerful weapons, like and stuff like that. He's like, I guess like personality-wise and interest-wise, we match a lot. But my oldest son, like the way that he thinks and his color design is like off the charts, right? So like, sometimes I'll be working on something and he'll like, or I would ask him to do something. I'm like, hey, design this character. And when I first took a look at him, like, what in the world is this? It looked like he was like, you know, like I didn't really understand what he's doing. But then like after he was finished with it, I'm like, oh, that's actually much better than what I was thinking. So it's always a good idea to like develop with your kids. You know, one, teaches them stuff, and two, it teaches you a lot of stuff too. So yeah, so you can learn a lot from your kids. All right, so yeah, we'll go on to this other level. Alright, and this is the first boss fight. Actually, I think right now this is the only boss fight that I've actually put into the game, into the demo game. So, you know, I was hoping that, you know, my kids would like this enough to want to continue working on it with me, because it's more fun to work on it with them. But, you know, I understand that they got school, and they got their friends, and, you know, they got, you know, my oldest son is in after school club, so he's getting pretty busy getting ready for, like, high school. So, I mean, like, you know, I do want them to enjoy their, like, friends and school life while they can. And if possible, I don't want them to have to work at a company, so that's one reason why I'm doing all of this shit. You know, so I want them to, like, be able to, like, kind of take their time and choose the job that they actually like. You know, instead of feeling pressure to just jump into anything, you know, especially with like the way that companies and economies are running now. So this is their backup plan. All right. So anyway, like, you know, that's why I didn't really continue making the actual game. I did, however, complete the entire storyline. So, okay, hold on, let me take a break. This is the boss of the game. Now, this boss was designed by my oldest son, right? And at first, when he was making this, like, this is from one of his drawings, and I think when he was in in daycare, he drew this rabbit, and so we kind of took that design and made an enemy out of it. And this is like a rabbit on crack, right? And so, oh crap! And he just bodied me, right? So at first, he really wanted to make this one the boss, and at first I'm like, there's no freaking way I'm gonna have a crackhead rabbit running around as the boss. But now I'm really happy that we have this crackhead rabbit running around as the boss. So yeah. So, I mean, when you play this game online, you're going to be happy that I lowered the intensity level. Because at first I had, like, enemies just screaming from literally everywhere. My oldest son was playing this. He's like, dude, I cannot even get past the second level. And, like, as soon as he would spawn, there's, like, five swarms of enemies are just coming at him. So he's like, I think you need to lower the intensity of this. I'm like, yeah, I agree. Right. So these guys will play, these shadow guys, they'll play more of a major role in the game. So as I mentioned, this started off as a summer project, but since my kids were working on it, I kind of got into it, and so usually I like working on, I don't really like creating random games. I like working on story-based games. Oh crap, I'm almost dead again. Alright, so and that's why I've hidden these three guys down here. Let me get my cheat, and this is why you want to be very friendly with Fire Dragon, right? So this is kind of like your shield weapon in the game. Alright, so wow, okay, so alright, so yeah, I managed to beat the boss. Yeah, like I said, it's just kind of like a little fun game that was used for educational purposes, right? But so I've beaten the boss, and like like I was saying, I usually like to work on story-based games. So actually, I have completed the story to this game. So usually before I even start programming, I'll design the characters, I'll think about the characters, think about like the general storyline. And so if you'll notice, this game does have cutscenes. Well, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and continue and see if I actually have the second cutscene in here. Okay, that screaming rabbit, that's my voice. So all of the sound that you hear in here are basically my voice. And this cutscene was also made basically just on my iPad. So I used my iPad with software called Procreate and another software called Kinemaster, which is like a very good video editing software for your for iPad and iOS. All right, this character Tackle Monkey, he was made by my youngest son. Yeah, my youngest son, he likes like rugby and stuff like that. So if you know this guy kind of looks like a rugby player. He likes muscle, right? So yeah, my oldest son, his style is like really cool. So really cool, but a lot more abstract, I guess. The music for this cutscene actually came straight from Kinemaster, by the way. So if you guys haven't played around with that software and you're on iOS, I highly recommend that you use it. Alright, so then I'll go ahead and go to this next level. Now, like I said, this game is an omnidirectional shooter, but as I was playing with it, I kind of decided that I didn't want it to just be like a one kind of boring genre of game. So this is a omnidirectional shooter plus a 2D platformer. So the next level will actually be a the next level will actually be a 2D platformer. So I will probably boot that up for you. Actually, no, I won't boot that for you. Go play my game. It's free. All right. So yeah, so you can continue with the game, and you'll notice that the next couple levels will the next level will be a 2D platformer. And then I kind of stopped developing it after that because they weren't so interested in it. So the game is set up for us to continue anytime, and I might do it once I'm, when I have more free time from my current project. So, but if you're interested in the storyline, you can actually go to like viewing the full storyline. Well, you can actually go to my Patreon page, and I have a full 23-minute video of the entire storyline for this game because I created the I created the cutscenes for it before I finished the programming. So just kind of taking a break from the programming side. So I'll show you a little bit of that. Yeah, yeah. So this video is for my only for my patrons, really. So like you have to sign up, for the Patreon service, but and kind of join me on Patreon, and then you can watch this whole thing. Let's see. So I'm not gonna show you the whole thing. I'm just gonna kind of skip through it. All right. So this is like the cutscene that you just saw, and let's see. And this is like a second one. So I've got a pretty good long story for this actually. And these are just all of the cutscenes that I planned on putting in the game, like spliced together. Yeah, so you'll find out that this Giselle character is pretty cool. And like I have some additional bosses that I like created for the game that I haven't actually put in there yet. This one is Willy Bonka. Yeah, so like I said, all of this artwork done completely on iPad, so I'm finding out that iPad is probably one of the best tools for game development, especially if you're doing like 2D. Yeah, yeah, and all of the dialogue was created by me, so it's pretty funny. Because I like to put comedy in like even in my serious games or my more dramatic games, I like to put like a lot of comedy. So for those of you who have read my books, my book, you'll notice that there's quite a good mix of like serious points, dramatic points, and like romance. But I also like to mix it in with some comedy. So. All right. Oh, yeah. And by the way, I have another game that is connected to this one, called Fuwa's Gambit, which is a strategy game. So that character Fuwa actually comes from this game. So it's a spin-off. Right. And this would be like the next level. So we can go through here, watching like watch her beat this guy. Yeah. So it's got a really interesting story. Here are some of the other enemies that haven't made it into the game yet, but I already got their story and their design down. Yeah, this guy, Caramel Claude, so he's kind of like Jabba the Hutt kind of thing. And then, after that, there's still like quite a bit more of this video left that I'm not going to show you because I do want you to kind of, kind of experience this for yourself. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing the entire like movie of this game, just stop by my Patreon page. Also, let's see. If you're interested, as I mentioned before, there is a spin-off game to this, and it's called Fuwa's Gambit. So if I go down here, if you go to my Quest of the Gummy Witch page on itch.io, and you click on Fuwa's Gambit, well, this is the strategy game that's a spin-off from Quest of the Gummy Witch, and here's Fuwa. So I mentioned that one before and I played a little bit of a demo of it on Twitch a few days ago, so you could check that out. And if you're really into this game and you really like the characters that you're seeing and you want to kind of support my game development, then you can check out more of the games that I've been working on, as well as my current main project, CDULO: The Outer Rim, which will be the first major Unity game that I'm going to be porting to a major platform. So this will be my first like big commercial game. So right now I'm still working on this game. It's nowhere near completed. But I am going to start showing tutorials on how I'm building the game and trying to get Steam wishlist once my Steam page is up. Right, so you can come to my website creativemv.com and check out this game, the characters, see a little bit of the story, and check out some of the other games that I've been working on as well. And if you really, really like, these games and these characters, and you would like to own some of the merchandise associated with them, one, you can sign up for my mailing list, or two, you can go to my Nerdy Urges online store, which is this one right here. And you'll notice that I have all original character goods from my comics, my novels, and the game that I'm making. So let's see. Might hear some of the Huh. Yeah, here are some of the products from my Quest of the Gummy Witch game, which is the game that I was just playing. So this is a beach towel with a character designed by my oldest son. Yeah, so like I said, kids have really good design skills. So if you're at home with kids and you're a game developer, like see if you can get them involved. You might be surprised what you can come up with. Right. So yeah, this one was also pretty popular. So this is like a stylized version of the Giselle character, which we have like some of these blankets at home and people really like them. All right, so yeah, so like stop by the online store, check them out, check it out, see if there are any products that you would like that you like, and just go ahead and like buy them from here. These are all original, like so you won't find them anywhere else. All right, and that will help support my game development in the future. Actually, I'm wearing this hoodie right now, the Vincent hoodie. As I mentioned, this Quest to the Gummy Witch game is connected to my main Wildfire storyline, which is where this character comes from. So if you'd like to know more about the main Wildfire storyline, which is actually a prequel to the current game that I'm working on, well, not a prequel, actually. This game that I'm working on, CDUL or the Outer Rim, is actually a spin-off from the main Wildfire storyline. So, if you're wondering what that is, well, I actually have published a book way back in like 2009. Yeah, 2007, 2009. Yeah, somewhere around there. So this book has been out for quite a while. So, it is a 504-page novel. So, the game that I'm working on right now is actually connected to this book, which you can buy on Apple Books or you can buy it on Lulu.com. But if you don't want to like buy the book, well, you can also go to my homepage, and if you click on novels, you can kind of put it online for people to read because I'm going to be turning this into a video game. So, so this is the actual book that you can read, all 504 pages of it. So if you're like really, really that hardcore, or you could just like watch the trailer video or check out some of the character profiles. So the Quest of the Gummy Witch game is connected to one of these characters, and you won't find that out until the end of the game. All right, so I think that's about it for this broadcast. I just kind of wanted to play through one of my games and show you what we've been working on, or show you what I've been working on, and kind of give you a little bit of something to play around with while I'm still developing my main game, which is this one, CDULO, the Outer Rim. Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off and get ready do my actual work stuff. So I'm a little bit busy this month. I've got tax stuff to do here in Tokyo, and I'm still kind of arranging my production schedule and getting everything, kind of prepping to where I can work from home better this year. By having a set time schedule, set space to work, So we don't know what COVID is going to be like, but right now my wife is still kind of working from home a lot. So my streaming schedule and my streaming location I'm trying to find a good way to standardize that. So bear with me a little bit until I get all of this kind of worked out, and then like we can kind of you'll see more regular content from me. All right. So that is it for now. I'm gonna get ready to jump off and get back to work on my stuff, and I will probably be back on later tonight with possibly a video game like League of Legends, or Overwatch, or maybe even Tekken. I haven't played Tekken in a while, but I need to play something now that my PlayStation is working again. All right. So everyone have a good day. Stop by my store, check out my Patreon page, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will catch you all later. Have a good one, and I will see you